welcome to my channel. In this episode, I will do an unboxing for you of a couple of plants that I purchased this week, and I'm very excited about them. And when my new plants arrive, I just wanted to video record them when they are little. It's almost like family when you get a new family member and you want to keep a record of history of how they appear and how they grow. And so in this episode we will open a box and see those two new plants. And I've never ordered from this vendor before, and it's called Southern Oak Aquatics, and they have really nice tropical plants and all other house plants that are very beautiful. And I ordered two Episcias plants. I always wanted to have them, and so far I only have one Episcia. It's called Pink Gator, or also when I purchased it at an African Violet show in Descanso last year, it had a label Ted's Pink Crocodile. So I made a video review of it under that name last year. So check it out if you'd like to see that plant. And I might bring it here to show it to you what it looks like now. But in the meantime, let's see what's in the box. So what I'm using to open the box is a tool that I got in my local Michael's. It's an arts and crafts store, and this tool is called X-Acto knife, and I use it for all sorts of things when I work with my plants. For example, to cut off a small sucker out of an African violet, or to open a box. It's also very helpful, and it's called X-Acto knife. So those of you who are curious, you can check it out. Okay, so it's very nicely packed, and here they are, little babies over there. One is called Alice's Ozzy, and another is called Silver Sheen. So I will unpack them and I'll get back to you to show the results. Okay, so I unpacked most of the packing material, and both of the plants look really nicely. And let me clean this up, and I will be right back, and I'll read the descriptions of each variety for you. Okay, let's put them up closer. And they were packaged very nicely. I wanted to say huge thanks to Southern Oak Aquatics for packing them, and they arrived completely undamaged. So I'm very happy about the condition of the plants. There are no broken leaves. They're a little bit bended, but that's expected when they get shipped all the way across the continent. from the East Coast to the West Coast. And this one even has little babies here already growing out, so I'm very, very excited. And it was very clever packaging, I must say, because not only did they wrap each plant with the paper, but they also put some shredded paper all around the stem and the leaves to protect them from breaking when they're being shipped. So it just requires a little bit of cleanup, and here they are, like brand new, nice and shiny, and I'm very happy. So the one with the red leaves is called Alice's Ozzy, and it is described as a hybrid with bright metallic cranberry pink leaves. Beautiful colors, absolutely breathtaking, especially when the younger plants, they're the darker in shade. Look at this color, spectacular. The colors are a little muted in spring and winter, according to the seller's description, but really pop in the summer. And I can see this older leaf here. You can see the difference because the younger leaves are definitely much brighter, much more saturated in color pigment. And their older leaves that grew in the winter, they are more subtle, but still very beautiful. And all of them have metallic sheen to them. And I'm so looking forward to growing this plant and the other plant, to look at them when they are grown, well-grown plants. The second variety is called Silver Sheen, and it has silver leaves with a bronze band and bronze blotches around the leaf margins. So these are the bronze colored around the edge. The flowers will be bright orange red in color, and I believe this one also blooms with orangey red, traditional Episcia blooms, but I will be making the individual reviews for you guys to see when they start blooming. They will have to grow up a little bit more before that happens. But in the meantime, I will enjoy the beautiful colors on the leaves. This variety has really nice silver sheen to it, and therefore the name Silver Sheen. The name speaks for itself. The beautiful metallic, silver metallic leaves with some bronze around the edges. I look forward to growing this one too. I think on Google you can find many images for both of them, and here for Silver Sheen. If we pick the images, you can see what it looks like in the adult stage. It's truly beautiful. And to compare with the only Episcia that I currently have, well, now currently I already have 3, but before I got these 2, this is the one that I mentioned. It's called Pink Gator, and let me see if I can lift up the camera a little bit for you so you can see it. Here it is. So this one is not the original plant, and this one is featured in the video called Episcia Ted's Pink Crocodile. That was what I bought it as. It was written on the label when I purchased it at the local society during the African Violet Show. And so you can see the color difference between these. This one is more red, and this one is kind of pink, and that's why it's called Pink Gator. and this one is more silvery green. So the plant that I originally purchased last year, it grew so large, and I used it as a cascading plant standing on the very top of my plant stand under the ceiling. And it grew so heavy with the stolons that it produced that at some point it just flipped and it fell all the way down the floor from the very top of the plant stand. And my cat got completely freaked out, and so did I. And there was a little cleanup involved, but the good news is that that plant was already getting so heavy and so old. And so I split it into stolons and started growing babies out of it, and kept one of the largest stolons, and it's grown significantly, and it looks like it might be blooming soon because there are all of these little flower buds. Wait, here. Yeah, this is a flower bud. That's why I love them so much, because they not only have magnificent metallic foliage of different colors, but they also produce nice, very bright blooms when they do bloom. I grow this Episcia just like I grow my African violets. You can see that it's growing on a wick, and I use exact same potting mix, just like the potting mix for my African violets. I made a video about it. It mostly has Promix, BX, and Perlite. It's about 50-50 ratio. So check out that video if you'd like to see what I use for the potting mix and how I wick water my plants. And so what I'm gonna do now with these two newbies, I will go ahead and pot them up and let them grow. And then once they grow up a little bit, I'll make individual reviews for these two. Of course, I will quarantine them, so I'll keep them away. So I shouldn't be putting this plant so close, right? So I'll keep them away in a different room from all of my other gesneriads, which are mostly African violets, a few streptocarpuses, and one Episcia. And so I will keep them quarantined for a couple of months to make sure that they don't have any undesirable diseases or insects. They look pretty healthy to me, so I'm pretty sure they will do well. But quarantine is always recommended for those of us who grow African violets and other gesneriad plants. So I wish them good luck. I hope they grow nicely. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you're staying well and staying safe. I hope I will see you in my next episodes. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe.